Hello again. Sorry, what I meant to say was hello again. How is everybody? Very good. I'm glad you're all good. I assume everybody just responded with good. Uh, uh, hmm, 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 hmm. Oh, there you go. Now it's got noise. It's probably way too loud. Sorry. Yeah, I will. Sorry, being a knob. Obviously, all of my settings are essentially completely new. Because this is a sorry, I think I just blew the mic out like coughing and then unmuting it, but there was a delay, so it fucking caught the end of the cough anyway. This is a different setup. I have another PC to my left right now. And when I say another, it's not actually new. It's my old gaming PC that has since 3 years ago now lived in the living room and kind of, served as like a media thing. Super quiet? That's impossible. It can't be super quiet. No, it's not super quiet. I just tested. It is a bit bassy though. I don't know what the deal with that is. Um. Wee wah, woo woo. I mean, it's about. I mean, it's not far off clipping on OBS. The game is probably very quiet though. It's weird. I have two mice next to me right now. I need to make game noise. Why does none of this stuff make noise? There you go. That makes noise. How's that? Clickety clackety clickety. I mean, obviously that's a relatively quiet sound, but yeah, that's probably pretty quiet, huh? What can I do about that? How does that get to the... Oh yeah, that does it. This is all very different to me. First Dwarf Fortress and now Halls of Torment. There have been a few things in between. Again, the menu click-clacking is one of the quieter sounds in the game, so there will be... considerably louder noises in-game, I assume. And if somebody were to give me money, for example, let me just test that. You don't actually have to. I can do it without one of you giving me money. Wrong keyboard. Yeah. Fuck off. Log in. Thank you. It's kind of cool that all this is on a different computer, though. I don't know, it's weird. I've never had a dual PC setup. It's strange. Alert box. Test. What should we go with? Let's go with donation.
Orgasmatron.
Wow, John. John Imaginary. You actually did. Very funny. Was that ear-crushingly loud? Or was that okay? Because the weird thing is, and I might have to find a way to fix this, and actually I think I know how I can fix this. I actually can't hear them in my headphones because it's playing on the other computer. I know how I could resolve that problem though, actually, to be fair. Not bad, okay. Also, thank you so much for $10. You really didn't have to, because I can press a button and make it happen. That one will actually appear on screen in some number of minutes, because real ones are quite delayed. Okay, Gabriel, I think that your audio setup is just bad, because everything is quiet to you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay, yeah, so there's the real one. Yeah. You know, you can figure out amongst yourself how that sounded. Let me just open a window, because it's going to get really hot in here. Because of the whole, you know, two computers. Normally play YouTube at 20%. Oh my goodness. I mean, again though, I don't actually know. I mean, I'm sending to YouTube at, I mean, my microphone is peaking at like -5 dB, which is, I really don't want any, I mean, it can't be any higher than that realistically, unless I'm literally just slamming it. That's basically impossible to send it any more volume. Stats for nerds. Let's have a look. Volume normalized. Oh yeah, it's not being normalized at all. So I don't know, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think I can actually send YouTube any more volume than I am. So I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's just streams have lower volume. I think I'm right about that anyway. You know what? No, I don't think it. I know it. I am right about that. I mean, I suppose I could crank it here, but again, all that's doing is... Whatever. Whatever. Video games. Video games. My girlfriend is in the next room, heading like a medieval history conference or something, and I'm in here shouting video games. What a life. What a life. And you will be pleased to know that my secondary PC has its desktop background is Sonic the Hedgehog holding 2 chili dogs, one in each hand. And then I put the recycle bin icon underneath his groin so that he can shit into it. Okay, so video games, right. This game is one of those games. There you go, now you know. I need to do something in here, Ember Grounds, in order to unlock another place. I assume. I suppose I don't actually know that, but I assume. I could be wrong, but I assume there's more than 2 places, right? What unlocked Ember Ground? Defeat the Imp Chieftain. So that was one of the earlier bosses. Maybe there aren't anymore, to be fair, but I would be surprised. vampire survivor-like genre. So I've heard, I've started to warm up to the idea of oh yeah, Chapter 3, Forgotten Viaduct. Where's that then? How do I unlock you, Forgotten Viaduct? There's the credits. Yeah, you call them ass games. Ass games. Auto shooter something. Ass games. Although this one is kind of actually slightly more manual. How do I unlock Forgotten Viaducts? How do I get to you? Well, I suppose it's relatively safe to assume that I get to it by doing well. So, you know, yeah, it's definitively designed to look like and evoke the feeling of like Diablo 2, Diablo 1, and other things to varying extents. Whoops, didn't mean to enter, but oh well, we're playing this guy now. With his little fucking ghosties. I suppose I should play as this guy because he's kind of the closest thing I have right now to a necromancer, so it makes the stream title the most accurate. Yeah, so we'll go with that. But I have a ring equipped that makes me summon skeletons, so I'm kind of always a necromancer. In all instances of gameplay, I am a necromancer. Attack speed. Sure. Oh, we had another. Damage. Wow, we really leveling. We really do be leveling. So this guy loses health for a lot of his upgrades. He sacrifices health to make his ghosties stronger, so I'm going to put some levels into max health. And I'm going to run and get these scrolls here that give me abilities. Because that's a good thing to have. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place right now, so forgive me if I'm floating around the microphone and sounding weird and saying things that don't make sense, but yes, necromancers and or summoners are my favourite classes as well. It's a sickness. We don't get much love these days. Not like in the old days. Yes, shoot your little ecto-ghosts faster. Yes. Come on. Here we go. That's pretty good. I'm taking that. Defense and stuff, you know. What was I going to say? I was going to say something, but I can't remember what now. Oh yeah, sorry. I have... You're all talking about how you're infected with the same sickness, and I'm glad to hear that. You know, we should make a support group. I do have a bit of a sore throat at the moment, so just, you know, forgive me if I sound a little bit weird. Weirder than normal, I mean. Really weird MMO called Kingdom Heroes. Interesting. Oh, I got a suck power up at some point. It sounds like damage or duration. Damage. See, now I can sacrifice duration of summons for increased duration of my main weapon, which is a summon. It's a bit weird, but I'm just going to take the standard duration upgrade because I want my skeleton summons to not have their duration nerfed. Wow, look at that. Big brain on this guy. Attack speed. Oh hey, there's a boss man. What are we getting? Summon Golem. Speaking of summoning, summons a clay golem that moves slowly and has a short but wide attack. Rolls always towards you. Hey there, buddy. Look at him go. He sure does be a golem. Inarguably. a golem. Oh Jesus, sorry, I'm now discovering that it's quite hard to play this game and react and respond to stream chat, because looking away is accepting death. Bwam. So there's another one of them scrolls way over on the other side of the map, so I'm going to want to head that way. Is that it rolling? That's the golem rolling. Wow, it does quite a bit of damage. But it's kind of random. Gary the golem? Yeah, I guess that 20% roll duration. Okay. Gary, yeah, I suppose that's not bad. He's not great either, but it's not terrible. Gary the golem, I feel like we could do better. Like Gensworth or something. If it has to be alliterative, I mean, it doesn't have to be. But, I mean, you know, I guess typically you'd expect it to be. God, sorry, I'm looking at chat and dying. It's going to kill me. It is actually going to kill me. It might not be a clay golem. Oh, it is literally a clay golem. Well, whatever. I was watching Reggie stream. I put a little note in the bottom of the description of this stream. The reason I am afflicted with this video game is because I saw Reggie streaming it the other day. Or yesterday, in fact, I think. No, the other day? Whatever. And now, as a result, here I am. It's that simple. It could happen to you. Gideon the golem. Gideon's not bad. Sir Gideon, off now! Main weapon damage, but gimp other summons. Whatever, yeah, do it. YOLO. Fuck the golem. Fuck Gideon. Transfixion is pretty good. Yeah. Those little red lines that come out. Okay, there's a lot of magma slime now. This ain't friendly. I don't have much directed damage, you know, so when there's something in front of me and I want to kill it so that I can move forwards, it's hard to kind of make that happen on short notice in the same way as it is with the other classes where you're, I don't know, just shooting arrows or swinging a sword, for example. Increased duration but less base damage. I don't think I'm taking that. That sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. The duration is great, don't get me wrong. You see them floating around and stuff and hitting more enemies. That's great, but nah. I want that base damage. I mean, I know for a fact that there's an upgrade that does the opposite, where it increases the base damage at the cost of duration, so I think that if you got both, it would actually be a net positive. I'm not sure, but I think that to be true. I am definitely not going to do very well because I'm focusing on like stream stuff. This is very strange. I don't think I realized how much I'm actually focusing on this game normally when I'm playing it, because I didn't think it would make much difference, but here we are in Struggle Town. Destination scroll. There's the well. If I pick up an item that I want to send back so that I can start with it, as you may notice, I have items. That's because I've sent those back to town on previous runs. It's an interesting little meta progression thing. Okay, some of those sounds feel like they are very close to being directly lifted out of Diablo 2. Oh, you asked if I was going to play Spelunky. I don't actually love Spelunky, you know. I'm sorry to break some people's hearts, but I've played it and enjoyed it enough, but like And actually, this is something I've talked about on a stream before, funnily enough. Not specifically Spelunky, but 2D platformers and my brain don't quite interact as well as it feels like they maybe should. I'm just, I don't really lock into them in the same way that I can with... Okay, fine, I'm going through the fire, fuck you. I'm taking that one, because it scales with duration, I think. Yeah, something about 2D platformers, okay, again, I just have to go through the fire. It lasts just long enough to be really annoying to me. Yeah, I can never quite kind of get in a groove with 2D games. I honestly, I do not know why. Like, I have tried to go back to many 2D platformers, like all-time greats, classics, like Metroid and shit like that. And I just can't quite ever feel fully comfortable controlling them. Like, for the same reason, I didn't really enjoy a lot of... Okay, the fire doesn't even hurt that much. I should just run through it next time. Games like Hollow Knight and Shovel Knight and all those extremely popular games like that. Yeah, I can never get to a point where it feels enjoyable and smooth just to be in control of. Ooh, haven't seen some of this stuff. 50% summon duration, that's pretty good. Killing an enemy has a 3% chance to give you 1 health, that's pretty mediocre. Well, it's not mediocre at all, that's pretty great actually, but I'm not going to go for it here. I mean, I think I've got to go for that, obviously. I just thought could be cool seeing the Frogman and the Soothing Voice Giga Chat play a somewhat chill platformer. If I could get AA to just chill out on a stream with me, that would be great. He was really fun to play Zomboid with. He's a cool guy. And so am I. Are there games you plan to play? Do you mean like on stream or just like on the channel in general? Because, I mean, yes, obviously. What was it? I was talking roll cooldown and attack speed on the golem. Sure, let's upgrade it. I need to upgrade it a few times before you can unlock a kind of better upgrade. Anyway, sorry, what was I going to say? Other games, yeah. There's quite a bit on the list at the moment, to be honest. Some for videos and some for streams. What was hitting me there? Oh, it's the fucking purple stuff. Oh my god, I do no damage. This is so rough. I'm just trying to get to the well to deposit that summon duration ring, because it's a really good item. I want to be able to have it on future runs. Obviously, when you deposit something in the well, you sacrifice it. You don't have that item on this run anymore, but let's face it, this run is going nowhere, so... that's okay. You mainly meant the channel? Yeah, so, I mean, I don't mind kind of giving away some of this stuff. You know, it's not... For a start, there's, you know, not actually a particularly large crossover between my stream and video viewers, so it's not like it makes much difference anyway, but difference rather. But also, it doesn't really matter if it's... For some reason, there's this weird thing where people are like, "Ooh, it's secret. What's the next video? It's secret." Of course, it's not secret. Who cares? Anyway, sorry, I'm being weird again. Oh my god. Yes, is the answer. Yes, there's quite a few, and some of them, for example, are Stellaris, Cities Skylines, Bannerlord, etc. Yes, lots of stuff. 50% attack speed on the main weapon, nice. Yeah, why is it kind of assumed to be, like, by some... Well, I shouldn't just blanket this. Yeah, I'm throwing that up the well. Sorry, current character. Get dunked on. No fancy summon ring for you, because, again, I just don't have any faith in your ability to complete this run anyway. Now I got in my head Spiff AA and one other guy doing a massive PvP in Stellaris. Ra, maybe? The problem is at the moment, I had never played Stellaris until like 2 weeks ago, so I'm still shit at it. So I'm just having to play like I'm having to play quite a lot of Stellaris just to learn the game enough to be able to make interesting content with it, if that makes sense. Like, you know, my first run of Stellaris is not interesting content because it, you know, for what, I mean, it's just learning to play the game. It's not... Oh goodness. Oh goodness. It's not that interesting. And obviously for a video in Stellaris, you know, I want to be like doing something weird, different, or not even necessarily weird or different. I just need to have enough ability in the game to be able to have space to make a narrative, if that makes sense. So I need to be good enough at the game to be able to make the gameplay fit a narrative. I mean, so Archetype, it doesn't really matter in the video is the thing, because when you make a video about a game like this, there is so little of the actual gameplay included in the video that you wouldn't even really know whether I'm doing stupid stuff. That would only really matter on like a stream, because, you know, if I fuck up something in the gameplay, too bad. You don't even get to see that. Fix it in post. You know? But on a stream, yeah, sure. I mean, some people enjoy that. Some people hate it. You know? Watching somebody not know how to play a game that, to them, is easy. Obviously, to a new player, Stellaris is actually complete mental overload. There's just so many pop-ups. Every 3 seconds a pop-up shows up to tell you about one event or another. It's a never-ending barrage, or at least that's been my experience playing on fast speed at this point, just to kind of, you know, get stuff done. If you play on fastest, you aren't playing a game, you're playing a fucking malware simulator, because it's just endless pop-ups. Like, I don't actually find the, like, succeeding in game difficult. It's just like, actually knowing what's going on half the time. Like, you know, I have been able to conquer civilizations and stuff with relative ease and getting into, you know, the later stages of the game in a, like, decent, dominant galactic position, so to speak. But, yeah, being able to kind of make a story out of that is something else. But although, okay, so I think that, but not yesterday, the other day I was driving with my girlfriend, picked her up from the airport. So, you know, I was telling her what I've been doing while she was away and such. So I was telling her, oh yeah, I was playing Stellaris, I had this video idea, and I was like, but I don't think it's going anywhere. But when I described to her the kind of the series of events and sort of lightly narrativized it, all of a sudden it was like, oh god, no, that's totally the script of a video. That would absolutely work. For some, like, it's weird, it's hard to describe, but when it was just me thinking about it on my own, it didn't feel like a video. But when I described it to somebody else, all of a sudden it was like, oh no, this could totally be the script of a video. So, yeah, it's very nice to have somebody else to talk about these things to, because you get inside your own head in a weird way. And it doesn't, until you say this, until you say it out loud, it doesn't seem like a good concept. But then when you do say it out loud, all of a sudden, pathetic slug people getting fed up with it and building combat robots to take over the galaxy kind of does seem like a pretty good story. Anyway, yeah. Funnily enough, Necromancer Hivemind was actually my first concept. I was going to do Space Cordyceps. So, you know, the The Last of Us fungus, but in space. And then, you know, I played that, and then I had some other ideas. Whatever. It's you know, still, it's got potential. It's not terrible. Oh, another thing I want to play on the channel is Total War, Warhammer. That is definitely on the list. To be honest, just because I want to play some Total War, and it takes so much time to just play that game that, like, you know, can't really just do it on my own time. Because it would eat literally all of my time and the channel would die. Yeah. A lot of people are doing that on YouTube at the moment. Total War Hammer, that is. Rats. Yeah, I would probably play rats. I like rats. Rats, and then I would contact Ghost and get their permission to use the song "Rats" in the video. I'm sure they wouldn't mind licensing me it. You know, actually, they seem like they might be up for it for the meme. Maybe I should reach out. They're rats. Have you thought about doing videos with fans? No, never. Literally never. Couldn't think of anything worse. I love getting the big suck like this. You just get level after level after level. Yes, you are beneath me. Do not deign to speak of yourselves so highly, whelps. No, it gets, you know, it gets complicated. I'm not interested in opening up that kind of, you know. No, I'm afraid you're wrong, Archetype. There is not one person in my audience who is cool, except for other YouTubers. that was a weird thing to say. I'm sorry. Oh my god, this was a really big suck. This was a gigantic suck. What am I getting here? Could just get generic area. I'm gonna crit chance on the aura. I think this aura's kind of carrying me a bit here. It's very powerful. Big damage. Big damage! I'll just get some damage, actually. Just start scaling damage out. I've got 6 abilities at this point, so damage scaling and attack speed scaling generically are quite strong. Yeah, so the aura and the cleric's basic attack, owie, that hurt, both work in an interesting way where they... Wow, I am incapable of dodging this guy's attacks whilst speaking. I also don't have much move speed, so that isn't helping, but yeah. They work in an interesting way where they share their damage evenly amongst everything that they hit. So, they kind of scale inversely with area. By increasing their range, you're effectively reducing their damage per target, provided there are multiple targets to hit, if that makes sense. Which it might not, because it kind of sounded a bit deranged when I said it like that in my head. Give me health. So yeah, the cleric was the character that allowed me to beat the final boss of the first area, because he can just pump out thousands of damage to a single target very, very easily. What do we got here? Echoing Band, Firewalker Boots. Echoing Band is probably pretty good here. Also, another one that I would probably really like to send up to the well, so I might... Oh no, sorry, you can only send up one thing per run. Forgot about that. So I can't do that. Basically melee splash from Path of Exile. Oh, it's not actually whoops, I don't think... I don't think it works for this attack. This isn't a physical attack, is it? Ah, whoops. What a blunder. What a blunder that was. Yeah, streamer did a blunder. Alright, that's enough of that. I have to boot up Path of Exile. Don't do it. It's not worth it. The 5 minutes of dopamine when you drop a Divine Orb isn't worth the hours of grind. Uh-oh, this could be it. This could be it. No, I managed to slip out. Slipping out through the back with the boys. Me and the boys slipping out the back. Oh, this is going to be it this time. Oh, he slipped out again. He's only gone and done it. Oh, I got a suck again. Lovely. Crit chance. Probably a good idea. Area, maybe. Crit bonus. Crit multi, as we call it in the hood. Owie. Oh god, oh god, oh Jesus, this is gonna be it. There's an explosion. Oof. I had to tank the boom to get out. To be fair, this run actually went quite a lot longer than I expected it to. It was kind of setting up from the beginning to be pretty weak, and it continued to do so. It's only my extraordinary... Dang. Oh, I always forget as well that I've got to revive. Lol. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I was going to say it's only my extreme Toho-like skills that have gotten me this far. Do people still know what Toho is? I feel like that might be an old man reference. Don't actually know how much damage Transfixion is doing, whether it's worth investing points into like that. Toho's still relevant. Okay, it's getting there. I think it's on the way out. We're slowly dying off. This is where this run ends, because these things drop poison when they die. It sucks. I find it impossible to see, and always end up dying to it. Little green puddles on the floor in the middle of all this. How am I supposed to figure that out? I don't have the available processing power for that. Okay, yep, very good. I believe that there is actually a Necromancer class. I don't know at what point you unlock him, in case it's not obvious, as it is with most of these games, ass games, as I will be calling it henceforth. You unlock the characters progressively through, you know, various achievements. I think that's pretty well universally true of ass-type games. They are balls of magma, why would they drop poison, not fire? Valid question. Okay, these worms are going to kill me at this point, shooting their goddamn little purple waves. Owie, owie, owie. I'm not sure which character I am actually going to beat this floor with. The problem is, oh well, not a problem I guess, but the weird thing about this game is that the end of run bosses, like, you know, there's bosses all throughout and they have, you know, a kind of reasonable amount of health. The, like, end of run bosses are suddenly brutally harder than the rest of the level. It's a hell of a step up. So making it to the end is not enough. You have to be kind of enormously over-prepared. What type of games are you into? Like RTS, etc. Just all, to be honest. There's no genre of game that I won't play if it's not if it's good, you know. I mean, except for dating sims, maybe. I don't tend to play many visual novels. But I mean, Undertale is just a visual novel with extra steps, so is that really true? Yeah, I agree, Nikolai. Investing so heavily in Gary... Whoops. Oh, sorry, Gensley... What did I call him in the end? I don't know, whatever it was. Oh, there you go. Next main quest. Defeat the Wraith Warlord. I don't know whether that's, the end boss of here. Gideon the Golem, yes. Sir Gideon Ofnir the Golem. Right, who should we play next? Definitely not the Warlock again. I might be feeling Exterminator. I might be feeling Exterminator. Well, I mean, I'll buy that, but... And I might as well even wear it, but it's not particularly useful on this guy. Okay, so I've completed that. Defeat the Wraith Warlord. Unlocks stage Forgotten Viaduct. But I don't have no Forgotten Viaduct. This has me most confused. Is it not released yet? Somebody who knows more than me, please help. It feels like I'm supposed to have something that I don't have. I'm going to Google it. Forgotten Viaduct. You have to defeat the Worm Queen. Oh, that's weird. It might actually be wrong. Gideon the Golem had third highest... Oh, right, yeah, it actually tells you the, like, damage split at the end, right? Yeah, I think you actually have to defeat the... I think that achievement is not actually correct. Anyway. There's an awful worm boss that I remember being killed by. I think that's the one you actually have to kill to unlock the next area. So this guy feels like he shouldn't actually be able to do anything on this floor because he shoots a flamethrower at burning enemies. Which, again, yeah, it feels like that shouldn't actually do much. But, you know, we'll see. So the streaming PC hasn't just, like, died yet. That's a good sign. I think it's sometimes, and I don't. This PC isn't supposed to be permanently a streaming PC. I'm kind of testing the concept, and then if I like it and it works enough, I will actually build a streaming PC. It's got some minor issues in the field of GPU cooling. It's only got an RTX 2070, so it's not insanely hot anyway. But one of the GPU's fans broke a while ago, so I, being the genius that I am, replaced the missing fan with a standard 120mm Noctua case fan, zip-tied to the graphics card, and that's been working well enough ever since. But I think well enough is about all I can say. Because when we tried to play Red Dead on it in the living room, it would sometimes a little bit crash. But the problem is, I have a. I mean, it's not a standard. You know, it's not a Founders Edition 2070. It's a. Excuse me, throat playing up a little bit. It's not a standard 2070. It's an EVGA something or other. Archetype, tell your mate who just got bit in Zomboid to get wrecked. Anyway, wait, he's watching the stream. Archetype's friend, get wrecked. All fire, yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm going the orbs. I haven't really ever built into the orbs much, so I need to see. Yeah, so I was looking for, you know, an actual proper replacement shroud and cooler for it, and I couldn't actually find one. Which is, you know, cool. Or I could, but it didn't seem reasonably priced, so to speak. If we just keep building regen, that's probably a good idea. Range on the main weapon, I guess, seems like a decent idea. Does this have infinite pierce, or is it... Oh no, it's 10, okay. Fire with fire, I mean, I feel like if your default... Okay, this is one of these things where I'm about to say something weird on the internet, and my brain says, are you sure about that? Anyway, I'm going to, regardless. Ignore brain. Reject brain. I feel like if your default response when playing a fire character is to get another fire ability, you probably only like missionary sex. See what I mean? That was one of those things that my brain should have stopped from coming out, but it didn't. Definitely shouldn't have let that one slip. There's a lot of things that my brain shouldn't let out, but it does, so there you go. It is what it is. Do circles, do circles, do circles, do circles. I'm going towards the other thing. The other scroll. Something I'm not actually 100% sure about. So when you level these things up, like with this here, I can level Radiant Aura up. Just excuse me a moment. Just clearing my throat. When you level these up, for the first time you get them to like level 3 or whatever, you unlock a further upgrade for them. When you get a scroll, you can, you know, get like a second level of them where they'll have some extra effect. Like for example, the orbs, one of them is that the orbs now can electrify enemies when they hit them. Okay, cool, great. But one thing that I'm not sure about is whether or not that unlocks it to always be randomly available, or only in subsequent runs where you also have 3 levels in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. That was a perfectly reasonable take. That one was a banger. Okay, never mind. I'll let them out. I'll let the thoughts out, fresh and hot and ready. I'll let my extremely mid-intrusive thoughts run free on the internet. I don't know why, but I like doing circles. What can I say? I'll try spinning. I actually can't remember what the rest of that meme is. I'll try spinning. Whatever. From now on, this is a serious gameplay stream. No funny business. Serious. Okay, I'm taking a southwest route. Okay, what do we take here? Let's hang on, bring up the spreadsheet. Bring up the spreadsheet to see which one is the most valuable of these trait options. I'm going to go with the base crit chance, because I think that gives us an effective DPS upgrade of roughly 4.9% versus the 4.3% of the attack speed upgrade. That had to take some damage there. That was calculated. I'm just trying to regenerate damage for the achievement. There's an achievement where you regenerate a certain amount of damage, so I had to take that damage. Taking the fire affinity trait there, that seems like a really good thing, and I only like to have vanilla sex, so... So, of these ones, Phantom Needles, I think, might be garbage. Oh, hey, I can actually learn what Electrify does. I didn't actually know. It deals damage each tick based on the amount of stacks applied to the enemy. Each stack increases or decreases the tick time. Tick time. Electrify ticks, tick time, reduced 1 stack. Alright. Okay. I think I'm going with Lightning Strike. I wonder if this game's crits work like Risk of Rain, where certain attacks have lower chances if they attack more often. It's not hard to find out. Crit chance, base, 0. Crit chance, 10. Crit chance, 5. Base, yeah. They all have their own... They all have their own base. Although I mean, you know, it's not inherently tied to anything so simple as their, wee-wah woo-woo. And my flamethrower has 0% base crit chance, but you know, it upgrades just like everything else. Oh, so that was sick. That was some actual video gaming skill on display then. Just go back and watch that on repeat a few times, because you'll never see it again on this channel. That's not quite what you meant? Well, that doesn't sound like a me problem. Type better. 10 base attack damage seems like a very good idea on this character, so I'm gonna swap that out for there. Plus 10 base damage on this attack speed is pretty... That's pretty poggers. I think you will agree. I didn't really want to go so hard on the Radiant Aura, but it doesn't seem to be giving me a choice right now. I'm just going to make the Aura... fine, I'll take the Focus Aura traits, make it small so I can stand next to bosses and delete them. Make it small. I suppose now might be a good time to go and get the Suck Hand. Damage, crit damage, and down stun range. Yeah, I'll take that. That seems worth. Yes, I don't think there are any kind of strange modifiers at play. If you get plus 10% crit chance, you get plus 10% crit chance. There are base increases as well, so you know you can get what we would in some circles refer to as a more multiplier, as opposed to an additional multiplier. Or additive versus multiplicative modifiers. If we really want to get down to it, I'll open Path of Building and we can talk about more versus increased. In Risk of Rain 2, certain attacks have a proc coefficient. Yeah, I know, I've played it. They attack super often. No, that's not the case here. It's all just the way it is. See, okay, yeah, there you go. Base crit damage, so multiplicative modifier for crit damage on the orb. I've played Risk of Rain 2 a lot, actually. I would stream that. But actually, would I, though? Okay, because Risk of Rain 2, I played like 100 hours. And I find it gets to a really weird point where I question what I'm doing here. Oh my god, I have a video on Risk of Rain 2. Wait a minute. I made like a video review of the expansion. You know, back when I did those. Hey, here's a weird thing I was thinking about doing. Oh, I think that multi-hit is always worth it. I think. Anyway, a weird thing that I was thinking about doing is a Warhammer 40k bolt gun review. Yeah, that would be a bit out of the blue, wouldn't it? But like naturally, because I'm a Warhammer nerd and I like bolt, you know, I like the noisy angry blue boys. Obviously I wanted to play bolt gun. And I was like, can I make content out of this game? And I'm like, I think I can make content out of this game. So I was playing it and I was writing writing notes, and I was like, should I make a review of a video game on my channel? That would be weird to do that again. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it would be good though. Not that that matters. It turns out you can kind of get away with some pretty serious garbage if you want. Bolt gun is absolutely unreadable for you to play. Interesting. Okay. I mean, so I'll just, so look behind the curtain. I don't actually find it that fun. My review wouldn't necessarily be glowing. I would rather play Warhammer 40k Space Marine. And there's a new one of those coming out this year, isn't there? Look at the attack speed on the Lightning Strike. And some more regen. Fire affinity, very good, very good. Oh my god, so many levels. From what I got in my measly experience with bolt gun is that it's super hard to not get hit and the skill ceiling is harsh. I think I agree that it's hard not to get hit. Skill ceiling was harsh. I mean, I guess it depends how you're playing it. Maybe. I don't know. I played it only a couple of hours. So I don't think I was actually that far in. Don't get me wrong, it seems fine. Maybe I'm just not into boomer shooters. Oh, low, you mean? Well, I mean, there's not necessarily much you can do in boomer shooters. They just kind of are. There isn't a whole lot of kind of play space. When compared to something a bit more hi-fi. Okay, I can bring up many examples. Ultra Kill is not a boomer shooter, Gabriel. If you think Ultra Kill is a boomer shooter, then you have... Are people calling Ultra Kill a boomer shooter? Because if they are, we have very different definitions of what a boomer shooter is. A boomer shooter, to me, is somebody wrapping Doom up in a different skin. Ultra Kill is a zoomer shooter, if anything. L-take and ratio. I think, probably. My kind of my perception of the idea of a boomer shooter is possibly even that it would deliberately have a very low skill ceiling. Ultra Kill is not just ADHD Doom. Alright, you've proven that your takes are so wet and cold that I don't even need to read them anymore. My perception of boomer shooters is that they are deliberately low skill ceiling, with the point being that the person who wants to play a boomer shooter doesn't have the reactions that they once did anymore. I would also possibly argue the point that ADHD equals good at games like Ultra Kill. I don't necessarily know that there's much salt to that kind of idea. How does it feel like time passes so slowly when you play this game? Am I really only 12 minutes into this run? That doesn't seem possible, but I think it's true. Has kind of I'm not sure if this is generally true either, but has the kind of general parlance around ADHD just become that they enjoy excessive stimulation at all times? Because I don't think that's necessarily true. Speaking as somebody who's kind of, you know, grown through this, or grown up throughout this sort of the beginning of this age where everybody is diagnosed, which I would say is probably because of the world we live in is not conducive to a healthy mind. It's just hard to keep focused. ADHD is, I mean, it's, you know, it's like almost all neurodivergencies. It's more of a spectrum. It's not really a blanket. I know that it's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, something like that. Orbit speed. Okay, I was trying to make the orbs do well, so I guess we'll take that. I don't believe I have ADHD, but I also don't fully believe I am neurotypical. I think that it's probably impossible to be a neurotypical YouTuber. Yeah. It's a strange thing to do as a normal person. But I don't know, I ain't a psychologist. I know some, I should ask them. Anyway, video game. I'm playing this video game. And I actually think this build is good for a change. Let's see if it does good single target. I mean, that's pretty good actually, but these bosses, it's a double boss, so they have less health than a standalone boss. Here we go. Enemies stunned by lightning strikes also get electrified. When a lightning strike deals a critical hit, it causes an explosion that deals fire damage in the surrounding area. I wish I could see my stats from this. Golem, absolutely not. I mean, electrified, maybe a good idea. Explosive strike. It depends how big the area is. I think I've been lowering the stun area, so I'm going to go with the fire. Why not? I do have all those fire affinity points as well, so it's probably not a terrible thing to do. Go for it, dude. Oh yeah, afterwards. Sorry, just talking to Laura. So now I can... Wait, was it when it crits that happens? I can't remember. Ooh, additional strikes. Well, obviously I'm taking that. I will always take more. Oh hey, there's a damage buff there. Get dunked on, slime. Get dunked on. I've got to wait for its fucking poison to go away so I can get its god dang scroll. Punitive Light emits an additional magic attack that can apply fragile and affliction to all enemies. Okay. That seems good. buffing my flamethrower that much seems like a good idea, so I'm going to do that. So, I'm slightly confused actually as to what punitive light is all about. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, I am absolutely the monster. That's the isn't that kind of the point of these games? Is that you become the monster? You're just showing up in these swarms of enemies' place of residence and laying waste to their populace. Even more attack speed on the lightning strike. Now I have forgotten what exactly the lightning strike upgrade was. I don't know. I'm sure I can see it somewhere, but I don't know where. I think I'm actually onto a winner with this build. I can scarcely believe it. But it actually seems good. Those lightning strikes do so much damage. I know that I'm going to get to the end of this run, and the damage breakdown will show up, and the orbs will be like, oh, they did 300 damage. Oh. Come on, give me something good. Okay, the wind crown is pretty good. Yeah, I gotta take that. If given the chance to gain a lot of attack speed in video games, I will almost always take it. I'm an attack speed main. After summons, of course. If I'm not given the option to summon, I would rather attack for 10 damage 1,000 times than attack for 10,000 damage once, you know? That's what kind of guy I am. I feel like it's more versatile, and also usually more impressive looking, which is very important to me. When is SRS? Well, isn't that basically what the Warlock character's main ability is? It's pretty much summon Raging Spirits. Yeah. I'll keep trying to upgrade the weird Ninja Stars ability. What I need is a big suck power up is what I could do with right now, because there's a whole lot of XP lying on the ground. I feel like I should be sending something back up on the well. Probably the Iron Ring, if anything, but I kind of feel like this character's actually good, so I don't really want to sacrifice anything. I only really like to sacrifice things when I don't think it's worth not sacrificing things. Oh, hang on a minute. Just remember that I need to send a message here. Just give me a brief the briefest of moments. The shuriken seem to do worse the better all of your other stuff does. Yeah, I suppose that's true enough. You need enemies to be kind of standing around in them. Is that good enough? Thank you. Okay, cool. It's funny that despite all of the other stuff we've been talking about today, where I'm, you know, saying that yeah, I've got all these other games I want to play on the channel at the moment, I'm like 90% certain the next video is just like a very basic Zomboid video. Because like I've kind of gotten a little bit wrapped up in this idea of making these crazy interesting ideas. And I actually haven't found that they do very well, you know? It tends to be the case that whenever I think something is fun and different and interesting, like Zomboid Houseman, it does terribly. And when I think something as a video, I mean, not to play, just as a video. When I think something as a video is like a little bit dull and boring, like the most recent RimWorld video, the Zombieland video, Solo Mechanizer versus zombies. When I edited that video, I was like, man, I think this is pretty boring, you know? And it did really well. Had amazing view duration. People watched it basically on average almost to the end. It's crazy good. And as a result, it's done very well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a Zomboid video. Oh, what's the interesting, funny thing about the Zomboid video? No, just a Zomboid video. Yeah. Fuck the police. Fuck the algorithm. Fuck the hype boys. I'm just gonna make a thing. Hello, local slasher. I would rather you didn't just pop in, local slasher. So, not the kind of person you want to pop in. Game is interesting. I agree. I could really do with the big suck power up, though, because there is so much XP on the ground. And I want that. Too lazy to go sweep it all up? It's impossible to sweep it all up. There's too much to sweep. Not enough time in the universe to sweep it all up. Had a busy time. I mean, I don't mean I don't mean because you're just popping by. I mean because you're a slasher, and I don't want to be slashed. Let's get the fire affinity. Why not? Seems like a good idea on the flamethrower character. Ow, ow, ow. It's the goddamn ground poison getting me again. It always gets me. Ow. I want it to stop. Make it stop. I really need a suck power up right about now. Are you somehow making a weird sex joke about me saying popping in? It's a very British thing to say. For a moment there I was like, wait, no, it's American as well, because there's that song, how does it go? I just popped in to see what condition my condition was in. And then I was, no, it's dropped in. I just dropped in, not I just popped in to see. No, Hazel, no. Ah, I got the suck hand. Thank God for that. I can always count on the suck hand. Get move speed. Seems like a good idea. Num num num. Tasty. I always have this, I don't want to say fear, but like, I always mute my microphone when I rip a big nasty burp, which is what I just did. You saw me looking at all these options, thinking, he's considering them carefully. No, I was muting my microphone so I could let a massive burp rip. For some reason, I'm always like, what if it doesn't mute? Like, what if it just didn't? And what if it just didn't? You would hear a burp. Like, that's the long... But I always think about it every time. Anyway, that was my TED Talk. Thank you for listening. Orb size. Sure. Again, I feel like these orbs are doing nothing. But, you know. They would have to be going so fast to be good. And they scale with move speed, so I think like you probably can get them going pretty fucking good, but probably not on this character. Does this game lack any BGM ambience? Oh yeah, sorry, I have the music off. Good point. I always have background music off so that I can record things and then put music over them. It's just a habit. When I open a game, I turn the background music off. I don't know. It's yeah. Even if I'm not recording a game, I just do it out of habit now. But yeah, this game totally has background music. This whole stream has just been me awkwardly sitting alone in a room with you guys. Just talking at you with silence behind me. Well, I wonder if one of the various upgrades for the orbs is in fact number of orbs. I feel like it has to be number of orbs, right? What are we going with here? Fine, let's just get crit on the Radiant Aura, why not? That'll probably be helpful later. Oh, it's the goddamn worms and their goddamn purple waves shooting at me again. Always the same. Oh, speaking of worms, here's the big worm that I need to kill to unlock the next level. Oh goodness. Owie. The big worm has attacked me. Oh, this is visual hell. There is no room for comprehension. I need less to occur, please. My goodness, if the worm traps you, it really does trap you. But I got her on the ropes. Yeah, that's right. Come straight at me, worm. Pathetic worm. Crit bonus. Oh god, it's getting bad again. I have a shield. I have actually lost track of the boss. There it is. I found it again. I'm on now. Fuck yes. She's dead. And she gives me some things. I suppose I'll take that and replace that with it. Yes, the visual clarity is off the charts right now. Off the charts downwards, which is to say I cannot see a thing. Oh, okay, that's not true. I can see a great many things, I just can't comprehend them. Can you weld a crit ring? Yeah, I suppose I could, but it is actually pretty good for this character. It definitely seems like a smart item to well, but so does the plus 10 base damage ring. Damage on the lightning. The lightning is actually doing real good right now. I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of my higher damage sources. Pick one and do it while you're still alive. I mean, the level's only got 3 minutes left. How bad can the last boss be, lol? Hee hee. Hey, I got a suck. That's what I... Nope, brain caught that one. Brain caught that one. Some more regen. Orb speed. I think it might be max health this time. Still got my revive too. Oh yeah, I always forget. I always forget. And this was no exception to the always forgetting. Throwing for content? Oh yeah, 100%, yeah. It makes a huge difference if I lose for my, yeah. That's what you do in Path of Exile. If you're a Twitch streamer in Path of Exile, you generate your content by dying in hardcore. I totally used to do that all the time. It wasn't just because I was bad. No, it was for content. Silly. The Quinn strat. Oh my god, I can't stand Quinn. What a guy. What a capital G gamer he is. Oh, there's a suck hand in there, but there's not that much to be sucked, I don't think. Nonetheless, I will suck whatever there is to be sucked, I will suck it. Present me with a suckable object and I will suck, damn you, I'll suck to my best. Do you ever think how privileged you are as a stream viewer to hear me say these things? Imagine average Hazor viewer hearing Hazor say, present me with a suckable object and I will suck, damn you. Anyway, Quinn is a Path of Exile streamer. Well, he's just a streamer, I don't think he's entirely Path of Exile, but... In fact, I think he was a Diablo 3 streamer for the longest time. Which really speaks to the character of a man. I'm just forging a path through the bullshit right now. Unfortunately, some of the bullshit is made of them god-dang poisonous slimes, so forging a path through isn't necessarily safe behavior. Oh goodness. Oh boy. Crit damage bonus. I'm just going to keep pumping that crit damage bonus. It seems to be doing real tasty. Get that multi. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh goodness. Okay, less tasty. Very suddenly less tasty, but we've only got 15 seconds. Come on now. Boys and girl. Because I assume there's only one of them. Just going on average. Based on my analytics, there's probably one, maybe two girls watching right now. Or women, hopefully. Alright, so boss time. What we got? Who dis? Ow, ow, oh goodness. Wait, do I just have to evade? Oh no, there is actually a source for all of these things. Hello, friend. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage to this. I'm glad I took a load of movement speed towards the end there. It's Mace Windu. Yeah, it's kind of Mace Windu. It is kind of Mace Windu-esque. God, I don't know, what do I even want here? Aura damage, I guess? Not that I'm necessarily that often in range for the aura. Oh god. Are these orbs just going to keep stacking up and chasing me? Or can they be killed? I think they can be killed. I don't know. Oh, the music has stopped. Rather ominously. Allow me to stand betwixt thy fire, dear boss. Yes. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Ow, okay, that wasn't fair. You hear me, damn you? That wasn't fair. I demand that you treat me more fairly. I'm a gamer, don't you know? I'm only human after all, meme.mp4, Discord video. Ow, god damn it, I really can't avoid that for some reason, it should be easy. I'm just gonna be a streamer and blame the hitbox, I don't know. What do you expect? Up, 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 up. Man, his Mace Windu lightsabers really do just come back out of nowhere all of a sudden, huh? They're doing a big ol' loop. I hope this fucker doesn't have a second phase. The other one had a second phase. I can't stand bosses with second phases. It shouldn't be allowed. I love that we've just run the music out. How quickly did they expect me to kill him? Okay, that hitbox was legitimately weird. I have no idea why that projectile didn't hit me, and then that one... Okay, maybe the hitbox is... Maybe the streamers are right, guys. I mean, he can't... This boss can't just be this forever. He's definitely got a second phase, because he's not complex enough to not have a second phase. My gamer mind is working overdrive to figure out that he has a second phase. I expected him to do like a countdown death thing like the other one did though. The first boss just curses you and after 40 seconds you just fucking die. So I kind of expected this one to be the same, to be honest. Oh my god, that's just it. I win. And the streaming PC hasn't crashed and it's been nearly 2 hours, so that's good. It works, I think. Wow, what, I didn't unlock a new character even. What? Come on. That's all I want is new characters, dang it. I feel like when you survive a run, you should get all of the gear you were wearing. No, you don't. That's what I'm complaining about now. I think you should, but you don't. It would be too easy to just farm up all the items. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot. I'm definitely an idiot. Whatever I am, the main thing that I am is leaving. Yeah, because I'm actually struggling with my voice a bit. I know I'm at some point soon going to have to record a voiceover, so I want it to be better by then. That wouldn't be ideal. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you when I see you. I am the video game boy. Yeah, don't, you know, what do they say again? What does that dude Hazel say again? Remain indoors, something like that. Do that, I guess. Very good. Goodbye.